What's happening, Wargamers? Welcome to the After Action Report. Inhumans versus Weapon X, and oh man, that game had...
I'm a little confused. I don't know how I won this.
You had a wild turnaround. Your round 3 was huge.
Yeah,
right. It was
or
massive.
even just the final round 4 there was I think the one that really swung it. I mean, round 3 was where you denied Black Bolt, and I was really just like, oh, this is just over, isn't it?
So the irony is I didn't want to take Black Bolt down.
Yeah,
on that one, because I didn't want to lose priority. And unfortunately,
then giving me prio, and then everyone just did what they needed. Lockjaw killed Logan.
Yeah, Lockjaw taking out Logan. That first, he got 2 really solid attacks in on him.
He had some solid attacks. The throw didn't do anything, so I mean, I guess that kind of balanced out. But
yeah, taking out Black Bolt, unfortunately, actually really hurt my plans there.
It did. It allowed me to do a lot. I mean, to be fair, Black Bolt might have done a lot on that turn had he lived. But
he might have, but I think I would have retained priority.
That's
right. And going into this round with priority would have been a huge deal, I think.
For sure.
Unfortunately, I think going into Quicksilver might have been a bit of a trap for me. I got
Quicksilver was holding the dossier, but he didn't have any other, he was holding the hammer at the start, but after that he wasn't really playing the objective anymore.
Yeah, I should have basically just said I don't care about the dossier and just start really hammering in on Luke Cage.
And that's fair. Yeah, Cage is a model where if you leave him till the end and he's the healthy model you have to deal with, he is obnoxious.
Now, having said that, I generally had pretty good rolls this game with a lot of my stuff, but a couple key rolls just kind of came up really short for me, right?
Well, and we can't discount the crazy defense versus my very mediocre attack rolls in the early half of the game. Was just I felt like I was hitting a brick wall.
Yeah, I had some obscenely good defensive dice rolls.
And we did have a lot of instances this game where it's here's a crazy attack and it's 1 damage.
Yeah. I mean, Logan not going down in the early rounds like he was supposed to.
Round 2 was so annoying.
That was obnoxious. I got really lucky with that one. And I got really lucky with a couple attacks there, but yeah, unfortunately, not taking out Gwenum when I needed to.
Gwenum she did so much this game. It was fantastic.
Yeah, she was very good for you in this game, no question about it. I would say everyone actually really worked well for you.
Even Lockjaw just came out here and was and it's a dead Logan. I mean, Quicksilver was probably the only real disappointment on the team.
Quicksilver took Sabretooth.
He did take Sabretooth on the front side. That's fair. That was something he did.
That's the thing. It was one of those things where we each had some really big rolls and big turns. I think you just had a couple more, which really helped give you some momentum
for sure.
Right?
And specifically really important turns too. That final round, I went into that thinking it was your game, and then everything just worked.
Yeah. You scoring 5 points at the end of round 3 was big.
Well, that was the other thing. Going to the end of round 3, I didn't realize I would be scoring up that round. That was really nice.
That was a nice comeback for you, and unfortunately, I kind of lost some momentum there.
Yeah,
which hurt because I didn't get another activation on Logan, which would have been big.
Logan went down to the dog,
and unfortunately,
Sable also didn't get another go.
Yeah, so I mean, part of my plan here was to use back support with Sable and Punisher, and unfortunately, because it was Scoundrels.
Yeah, so that was the unfortunate thing. We talked about this before the game of the scenario. You had a plan going into this, and then we pull Scoundrels, and it's wait a minute, everything sucks.
Yeah. So it was kind of important. You offered to let us redraw. I'm like, no. This is going to happen. I mean, not everything is always going to be optimal, right?
And it is a good chance to see what specifically Sable kind of plays on a non-optimal map. And I still think for the most part she was fine. She didn't do what she wanted to really, but
I was struggling to get power for her.
Yeah,
that was kind of the big thing. I don't think I used Want My Help enough, to be honest.
Maybe, yeah.
I think I should have been using Want My Help a little bit more.
Maybe X23 could have used it once or twice near the end.
You kept putting me out of range of things, though, which was the problem. And there is a range 4 for that. Because that is a good way of getting Sable some extra...
a little bit of extra power,
right? So that would have been really nice. I never really needed to use Sniper's Nest in this game because she was kind of ignored for a good chunk of it.
Right until the end, I was basically Quicksilver, I think, threw 1 shot at her, and that was it.
Yeah, Quicksilver and Bolt was pretty much all that really happened into her.
Yeah.
So it's unfortunate she didn't really get a chance to really shine in this game, but I still think she was an interesting choice. I like her a lot.
Yeah, no, I do really like her kit. This definitely wasn't the map for her, or just the game for her in general, but
I think the map itself was okay.
I more so mean scoundrels.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
The scoundrels definitely didn't do her any favors there.
No, scoundrels were rough for her, and I mean, she didn't have the best pieces of terrain to utilize stuff like Crow's Nest, but
no, very true. This is kind of a less dense map than I usually build here.
Yeah, which I mean that makes sense. We went with the kind of cosmic board, right? So.
Yeah. Unfortunately, never really got a chance to use Blood Red and Personal and Sable International.
Yep.
I was really looking forward to that, but
yeah, neither of those models unfortunately were able to finish any kills this game.
Yeah, it would have made a big difference if I had been able to even get a Blood Red and Personal turn off.
Yep.
Although I only KO'd one person, so I guess that doesn't really matter. But
that's fair.
Yeah, but it's one of those things. I had a plan; it didn't quite pan out, but I don't necessarily think it's a bad plan.
Yeah, and I think the world where this list kind of is playing on a scenario that's a little bit better for it, and maybe on a board that has the type of terrain that Sable really appreciates. This could be a really scary list, because I mean you were talking about your initial idea of just kind of use the Weapon X guys to tee up kills for Sable and Punisher.
Right. Yeah, that was the idea. Like weaken everyone with Sabretooth, X-23, and Logan, and then like have a turn where Sable activates and like okay, there's a daze.
Yeah.
Just have some fun there, and then get a power phase where I can get Blood Red Personal and maybe take some more people out. Just didn't really work that way.
No, unfortunately, it didn't pan out.
Yeah.
But
I will say X-23, I think, was a surprisingly weak link for me this game.
Which is weird. I mean, she did take out Gwenom on the front side in a single round, or single activation from full health.
But then she just kind of...
Then she proceeded to do nothing for the rest of the game.
Now, granted, I mean, bodyguarding so I couldn't take out Lockjaw was a big thing right there for you as well. Because I mean that would have saved me an extra point, but you had so many hammers at the end there.
Yeah, the big thing was I had all these hammers, and of course, there's a bit of a snowball with those as well.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's why I'm thinking I made a mistake not going into Luke Cage earlier.
Yeah, because he was holding the hammer from the start.
Yeah, so I think that was kind of it. I mean, it is what it is. So can't really complain about any of that.
No,
I dug it, and it's always great to see Inhumans on the table.
Yeah, I figured they're one that doesn't get played all that often, but they're really fun.
Got to say, Gwenom, for her first time on the channel, I loved what she did.
She did great.
She did some really awesome stuff there.
Said for a while, she's probably my favorite model in this game, just from a overall design perspective. And yeah, she's so much fun to play. She does really well, but at the same time, I don't think she feels broken or anything like that.
No, she's definitely not broken. And having to work around her clapback actually caused me.
This was great because this was one of the first games I got to really take advantage of that too.
Yeah, and I was able to work around it with my advances and my places and all that sort of stuff. But still, you got two good clapbacks in there, and I mean, one of those clapbacks put Logan in danger zone for.
It did. I mean, it allowed Lockjaw to do the thing, so exactly. That was great.
So can't argue with that. Yeah, so there we go. Victory for the Inhumans, 19-15 at the end of this game. Big win for them. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. We will see you next time. Happy wargaming.